Hi, so what I have here are 3 phone power banks, and I have my old trusty one that I've had for 5 to 6 years now, and these 2 new ones that are wireless power banks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some buying tips and also do a product review of these 2 compared to my 5 to 6 year one. So let me get started here and show you the wireless feature. So these things have a couple of modes. So both of these come with flashlights. So this white part here is actually a flashlight. So let me actually show you the charging first. So the on button is here. And you could see like that there is a little bit of an orange glow. Now it's not showing up really well in the video because it's hard to film light. So there's a red-orange glow on this. And when I put my phone on here, it will start to charge the phone, and this will start glowing dim and bright, dim and bright, which gives you an indicator here. Now testing this particular one for my iPhone here, from 0% charge to 100%, it takes about 2 hours through the wireless. And if I plug it in, it takes half the time. It takes about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, to go from 0 to 100. Now this particular one doesn't charge as fast, so I'm going to turn this one on. And this one has a different sort of element to it. If I dim it here, this one has the same orange. However, when I put the phone on this one, it actually turns blue, and it shows you an indicator of it charging. And it'll glow blue like this until it charges. Now this one charges a little bit slower. It takes about 2.5 hours to charge. And if I plug it in, it takes about an hour also to charge. Now, one thing I do want to mention is these iPhones are actually particularly slippery, and this particular one does not have a rubbery feel to it. So what often happens is that the iPhone will actually slip off. Eventually, it'll slowly slip off, like so. You can see it slipping off, whereas this particular one does have a rubbery surface. So with this rubbery surface, it does not slip off. So if I put the phone any which way, it is not going to slip off because of the rubbery surface. So when you're looking for these wireless chargers, make sure there's a rubbery surface here to hold the phone. So that is one particular tip that I noticed about this. Now, the other aspect of both of these is that the power button is not that great. So right here, this is actually sticking out a little bit. So when you're putting this in a bag, one small little button push and it's easy to turn it on, and the power might be wasted. Whereas this one is slightly inset, but it's still not inset enough where, one push in your bag or in your purse might actually turn it on by mistake and waste a lot of energy, even though it does have auto shut off after 10 seconds. Now compare this to my old trusty one. It's actually inset a little bit. You can see it's inset, so it's not gonna push the button to out. So that's your second tip, is make sure that you have a button that's inset. Otherwise, you kind of lose your purpose of carrying a power bank if it doesn't have power when you really need it. Both of these are solar powered, so there's actually a solar panel here. Now I won't rely on this, and maybe if you're going camping or for emergencies, you might need this. So I always have the thought that I am going to get stuck in the middle of nowhere, get lost in a national park or something, and that this battery will, charge my phone, and I will be able to, give an SOS or whatever. So, if that is, some twisted nightmare that you have at night, perhaps, the solar cell here or the solar panel here will help that out. That does give me a peace of mind, I suppose. Now, the other thing I want to mention is the flashlight here. So I'm going to demonstrate it by, showing you the reflection here. So the first push is the glowing orange that prepares for the connections. So there's a connection, there's the typical wired connections here, which I'll show later, which is kind of weird. I'm a little bit late in showing the actual connections here. But the flashlight mechanism, if I push it a second time, or if I hold it down, you can see how bright it is. There's a second, which is a little bit dimmer, and then there's the SOS. Well, this is the strobe, and, you know, turning it basically back. This is the same exact feature, so I'll just demonstrate it really quickly. Dimmer, and then a bigger strobe. So pushing it back, it turns back to normal. It'll auto shut off in 10 seconds. Now, just to show you the connections here, you know, showing these side by side, this one's actually a little bit thicker. Now, this one's the one I like better. This one is preferable. Now, if I show you the dimensions, this particular one is 30,000 milliamp hours. This is 36,000 milliamp hours. And this particular one is 15 milliamp hours. And this particular one will last me an entire day. So for example, if I am going to Disney World for an entire day and I have to charge one phone, and my phone has weak batteries, this will do it, the 15,000 milliamp hours. Now these newer ones are 30,000 milliamp hours and 36,000, so definitely, you know, if you have two phones, you know, it is the way to go. Now, just some of the dimensions. Right there, this one's a little bit longer, and it's a little bit wider, like so. You can see it's a little, about half an inch wider actually, and about half an inch taller. And it's actually just as thick, though probably about 2 millimeters less thick, while this one is a full inch. This one is probably 0.9 or 0.85 inches. And if I compare this to my 15,000 old one, now both of these are litho polymer. And now finally, oddly enough, I'll show you these. Now these are both waterproof. So these are all rubbery here. And they have these things to plug the inputs. And this charges both using a USB-C and a normal micro USB. So let me demonstrate that. So this particular one comes with a micro USB. So it comes with this particular wire, and also comes with one of these cantilever, I think it's called cantilevers. So whereas this particular one comes with a USB-C, which is the more modern type, and comes with a Velcro strap. And now I don't know how much I trust a Velcro strap, but the Velcro strap is right here, and I slip it through like so and attach it like this. So once again, you know, while the Velcro is, you know, very strong, this plastic piece is probably going to break off. So I don't know how much I'm going to trust this, even though when they show you the marketing stuff, this will be basically hanging on a backpack. Now, let me just go ahead and demonstrate the charging. So you notice both of these are actually 2.1 milliamps. So the other tip is that you want to get a 3 amp. This is 2.1 amp. So it's going to be slower charging. Whereas this particular one, if I open this up here, has a red one, which is a 3 amp charger, which is going to charge a lot faster. So I'll give you a second look. And the charging for this particular one is right here. And again, it supports both a USB-C charger and a micro USB. So let me demonstrate that. I'm going to charge this using my trusty one. So I'm going to turn this on. You can see this is USB-C. And I am going to, oh no, this is the micro USB. So I am going to charge it here, and you could see the lights are turning on here, blue, and it's charging. Now taking this USB-C, and once again this orange one comes with the USB-C. So I'm going to plug this one in here, and I'm going to charge this one with the USB-C, and I'm going to flip it and show you. You can see now it's charging, and you see it stopped charging. So I'm going to pull this one. So this particular one, you can see it's blinking, so it's charging. I'm going to pull this one. I'm going to show you the charging with the USB-C, just to show you that it does work. And that's the USB-C. And this is the micro USB for the charger. Like so. And it's charging. So, in summary, what you want to watch out for is that when you have the wireless charging, you have the rubbery thing. Make sure that the power button is inset instead of sticking out like this, because if you put it on the purse or in your backpack, you're going to inadvertently turn it on. You don't want that. The charging aspect, you want both support maybe for the old micro USB and also for the USB-C, perhaps. This particular one is waterproof, but also make sure that you have one with the USB 3 amp versus this particular one only has 2.1 amps for both of them. This one, notice, has 3, but I find that you're not gonna charge 3 at the same time or use the power off of 3, maybe 2. I suppose it's good that there's 3. Both of these you could charge 3 things at once, and it counts the wireless as one charging aspect. So I could lay my phone down here and use these. So keep that in mind. Handy to have the solar panel, but not a big plus. Be careful of the rigidness of the thing that does the hanging, if that is something you're looking for, to hang it off of your backpack, that this thing doesn't break off easy, which it will. This particular one, I bet you, it's just going to break off, you're going to lose it. So I'll never use it for hanging onto backpack. It's not the way the commercial is where you hang it onto backpack and it's charging. Give me a break. That's not going to happen. Not with plastic piece here. This is plastic also. So despite it giving you this, I hate to use the wrong word for this, cantilever. This is also going to break off. So, but I think that's it. That's really kind of what I want to mention. I hope this helps, and I will have links in the description area for where both of these are, and even my trusty 5-year one. So also you want to get the max capacity, but I imagine 30,000 milliamp hours is kind of enough. Otherwise it gets really bulky for you to carry around unless you buy 2 of these. So in any case, that's really it. That's really what I wanted to mention. I hope this helps. So please subscribe to support this tiny channel of mine, and thank you for watching.